Good morning again. Thank you, everyone, for joining us today for this grand announcement. Really important day for Ohio, actually for the nation, as Ohio again is a leader. We are announcing today the first ever in the United States and in Ohio Collegiate Purple Star campuses, colleges, universities throughout the state who have taken additional positive steps to help students, support students, honor our country and those who wear the uniform and those who are actively engaged in supporting our country. It's just an honor to serve in the governor's cabinet and to work with a couple of additional cabinet members that will be speaking to you a little bit later, who have been great advocates and great supporters of this program and many other things that we're involved with here in the state of Ohio. We have a good number of presidents of college universities throughout the state. It's amazing how many are able to still join us today. A very busy kind of cleanup, graduation, commencement, end of year time at those campuses. So thank you everyone for being a part of this. We will have the official announcement here in a couple of minutes. But first, I wanted to also thank someone. This could not have happened without his leadership, and that's Governor Mike DeWine. Governor DeWine has encouraged us, has supported us. A number of people from his administration have supported this effort and encouraged us. And the governor couldn't personally be with us today, but he is sending out a specific press release today on behalf of this event. And here's a statement of specifically from the governor for today, congratulating the 33 college universities for being Purple Star campuses. He's been significantly engaged with us on the Ohio National Guard Scholarship, the War Orphan Scholarship in this state, many other things, our military I-tags that supports veterans in their college and university endeavors. So much support. So thank you to Governor DeWine specifically for this announcement and for your tremendous support. It's just a great honor to have a governor who is so supportive and thankful for those who serve our country. So thank you to the governor. And now another thank you to someone on our staff at Ohio Department of Higher Education. When I was in the House and Senate, I didn't realize the department was so well supported in the military and veterans arena. Jared Shank is a senior director for military and apprenticeships initiatives and special projects at the Ohio Department of Higher Education. And I'd like to have Jared introduce a committee and a couple of others who have been really instrumental in making this event, this announcement, this project happen. So Jared Shank, welcome.
Thank you, Chancellor. So, as the Chancellor said, there's been multiple people involved with this, and I'll start off with who I would say is sort of the George Washington of Purple Star in Ohio, and that is Mr. Pete Lupiba. He is on this call as well. Pete is currently serves as the Chief Communication Officer for the Office of Budget Management here in Ohio. He is also the Commissioner of the Ohio MIC3, which is the Military Interstate Children's Compact Commission, which helped create the original K-12 Purple Star Award. Back in, I think that was 2017, if I remember correctly. So he kind of founded that on the K-12 side. Higher Ed's been talking about it for a while, and we kind of followed suit. So I definitely want to thank Pete for being here. Another individual that helped bring this to fruition that also serves on the Collegiate Purple Star Advisory Council is Tammy Puff. She serves as the military and veteran liaison within the office of governor for Mike DeWine. So it's a very important role, and those two individuals and myself kind of had multiple meetings about how we could start moving this forward, as well as the Ohio Veterans Education Council organization, and we kind of, long story short, came here, and now we're where we are, where we can finally do an announcement. So for the other folks that serve on the Collegiate Purple Star Advisory Committee, I'll just run through some quick introductions here with some of them. We've got as I said before, Tammy Puff is one of those members from the Office of the Governor. We've got Chris Pica, who serves with the Ohio Department of Veteran Services. We've got Valerie Kunze, who is the Assistant Director of Vulnerable Youth Programs at the Department of Education and also is heavily involved with the K-12 Purple Star Award. From the Adjutant General's Office, we've got Julie Blake, who's the Director of Family Readiness and Warrior Support. On the schools who are involved with this, we've got Eric Butekoffer, who's the Director of Veterans and Military Affairs at the University of Toledo. We've got Lisa Gilliland, who's the Director of Disability Support Services and Military Services at Stark State. And then we have Sam Surowitz, who is the Director of the Military and Veterans Programs and Services at the University of Dayton. And then, of course, myself. So all of us make up the committee that went through and sort of evaluated the applications and asked questions where we needed to and then made recommendations to the Chancellor. So I think that is it for me, sir.
Well, thank you, Director Shank, for that report and those introductions. Thank you for your leadership and your service as a veteran, sir. Thank you for all of that, and we're very glad you could be a part of our announcement today. Well, today, and at this moment, if our technology works like I hope it does, I am pleased and proud to announce 33, our inaugural class of the Collegiate Purple Star in Ohio. We were the first in the nation in 2017 in K through 12 Collegiate Purple Star campuses. In our K through 12 schools throughout Ohio, and we are today, this is the inaugural class today of Collegiate Purple Star campuses, first in the country, first in Ohio history, and this is your Collegiate Purple Star 2022 awardees. And so thank you to all of you. We're going to have more stars later this year, I'm confident. This is not going to be the only class. It will get bigger. It will get stronger. We will have another round of applications sometime this fall. We believe October. We'll have another opportunity for other campuses to join. But this is not something that just can be received by an application just to ask for this opportunity, this designation. There's a lot of effort that goes in our campuses supporting students, personnel on campus, and all kinds of protocols and procedures that support students, military connected students and families. So this is an achievement, the first one, and we just thank each and every one of them for being a part of our inaugural class. To help say thank you and to provide additional support, two other members of Governor DeWine's cabinet are joining us today, and I am just been so honored to work with them and to in a variety of ways. This first gentleman, some of the college presidents know because he's been on your campus, and the Guard's been on your campus helping with testing through the pandemic. Just tremendous support from the Adjutant General, from our National Guard in that effort. So at this time, I'd like to introduce Major General John C. Harris, Adjutant General of Ohio, for some remarks. Thank you, General. Thank you very much for your service and for joining us today.
Thank you, Chancellor. Such an honor to be here as we celebrate this first class, the Collegiate Purple Star Award. Incredible honor, and this Purple Star, I really believe, is the gold standard for measuring military friendliness of our universities, and I have absolutely no doubt that this is going to go nationwide like wildfire, very much like the K through 12 program has done. It's so important to us, and I'm so thankful for you and for Director Ashenhurst and the support that you've put behind making this program come to fruition for all service members and veterans. I'm also so thankful to the committee. I will tell you, Pete and the team there have been an absolute juggernaut in terms of getting things done. They've been an unstoppable force and absolutely refuse to accept no when it comes to getting this program put into place. So thanks to all of the folks on the committee for making this happen. Most importantly, though, thanks to the college and universities that have risen to this very high standard, become Purple Star recipients. Colleges and universities are very important partners for us. About 80% of our Guard force are what we call traditional soldiers or drilling guardsmen. Many of them are full-time college students are very much part-time college students, but all of our force, to include our traditional guardsmen, our full-time guardsmen, I'm sorry, are also in some way affiliated with colleges and universities. Our charge, as you know, Chancellor Gardner, very early on from Governor DeWine, was he asked us, how do we help, how does each of our agencies help every Ohioan meet their full potential, fulfill their full potential? He says that to us all the time. And so we strive to ensure that our members, regardless of what segment of the workforce they're from, is in some way always seeking self-improvement. And of course, that inextricable link to our college and universities is an important part of how we do that. So the challenge that we find with that is that we also deploy them at a moment's notice. A great example is just before Christmas, we put 2,300 Guard members into hospitals on almost no notice. Many of them we call to duty either days before Christmas or on Christmas Day. And that, as you can imagine, that's incredibly disruptive to their lives to deploy on no notice like that for some undetermined amount of time to locations all over the state. And in fact, in some cases, that may be to locations around the country. So to have those academic institutions that are supportive of those service members and their families, when that sort of disruption occurs, is the only way that the model of the citizen soldier works. And so this support and this Purple Star standard this Purple Star achievement means so much more to us than just a Purple Star. It means that support to our service members, those people who've taken the oath to support and defend the Constitution. That support is invaluable, and it's so important. And I'm so appreciative of the work to actually recognize these universities and measure them by that standard. We couldn't accomplish our mission without that support. So again, I'm just so deeply appreciative of everyone who's made this happen, and so proud, and congratulations to the colleges and universities that have achieved this standard, because it really is meaningful. And as we go into Memorial Day weekend, it's even more meaningful as we reflect on the work and the standards and the expectations that we have of those who serve and those who support and make it possible for us to serve. So thank you.
Thank you, sir. This is Military Appreciation Month, as you know, so special personal appreciation to you as well, sir, for your leadership and for all you do. Thank you. We have in Ohio, and I don't know that Ohioans know that, and I don't know their official rankings, but we have one of the best recognized National Guard in the country. We know that, and we also have one of the best veteran services departments in the entire country. I don't know how many Ohioans really appreciate and know. But our next guest is also in the governor's cabinet and is Major General Deborah Ashenhurst, and she is with the director of the Department of Veteran Services. Work with her on a number of initiatives really important to our veterans and our families and our students. So at this time, I'd like to ask Major General Ashenhurst, Director, to join us today and say hello and provide greetings.
Good morning, Chancellor. Thank you so much. And let me echo the same words of thanks to you, Chancellor, because I've never had such a strong advocate for the things that we're trying to do on the cabinet, and this is fabulous, but also for the team, Jared and Pete and the whole team that brought this to fruition in a very short time frame. And I just love that, again, Ohio is leading the way. And mostly a huge shout out to all of our institutes of higher education that are willing to do this, willing to make a difference for Ohio and make Ohio stand out once again. It is a privilege to work for Governor DeWine, Lieutenant Governor Houston, because they have such respect and regard, and they honor our veterans and our military members. And honestly, charge me with, Debbie, make this the most veteran-friendly state in the nation. And I am running out of ways to do that. And when I think of things like this, to be the first state in the nation, not only to set up a Purple Star for our K through 12, but to do this at the collegiate level, meaning that when we go out and talk to military members who are about to leave the military and they're figuring out where they want to go to live, to make their home, to bring them to Ohio, to be able to say the great things that we do for our veterans here in Ohio and for their families is huge. And to add this to that long list, actually, we might put this one up at the top of the list, that you and your family members, anybody that might want to be able to use the GI Bill or just want to continue their education, initiate their education, we have a special place for you here in Ohio because we recognize the sacrifices you've made as service members and as family members of service members. It's huge because it is a special breed of people. It's less than 1% of the population of the United States that dons a uniform in our armed services. So then extrapolate that out to their families and all of those that want to have a great life. And we like to think that part of that great life is continued education beyond K through 12. And now what you are saying as these higher institutes of higher education is that we're going to embrace you. We're going to embrace you, the child of our military members, their spouses, and understand that you have special needs or you have special circumstances. You may not be that basic 18-year-old coming to college, that you may come to us with other skills and experience that makes you a little different and perhaps need some kid gloves or some pathways opened up. And that's what you've said. Congratulations to all of you who have achieved this in the first cohort, the first class of collegiate level Purple Star schools. I'm really proud that there are so many applied and that you've taken the steps necessary to achieve this status. But what it also means to me is that you're well on your way to take care of our military and our veterans before this opportunity came along to be recognized with the Purple Star. And I'm really grateful for that. I think it is helping to fulfill that mission to make Ohio the most veteran-friendly state in the nation. So thanks, Chancellor, but thanks to everyone on this call for the difference that you are making.
Well, thank you so much for this and many other ways that we partner together and work together in very important initiatives that really advance the lives of college students and others, veterans all throughout this state. And so thank you so much for that as well. Appreciate you being here very much. I know busy schedules in the cabinet, and I really appreciate you taking the time to join us. Thank you so much. At this time, I'd like to attempt to recognize, at least by reading names of college and university presidents who have joined us. Now, I have received RSVPs up to about 20 minutes ago. Some of you were late arrivals this morning, so I will do my best. And if for some reason your name was not read, then it means I don't have a specific RSVP from you in advance of 10 o'clock, but say hello in the chat or I'll try to recognize you. And we're not going to ask for remarks from most of you, but I do want to really honor you and thank you for not only being involved in this effort, but also for taking the time to join us for this announcement today. So we have community college presidents, President Blondin of Clark State, President Larson of Edison State, President Young of Hocking College, President Somerville of Owen State, and President Brown of Zane State. So thank you, community college presidents, for your leadership and for being with us today. The 4 public university presidents were able to join us. There might have been some more. However, the Mid-American Conference scheduled a president's meeting this morning. Didn't ask me if they could or not. They just went ahead and scheduled it. So we're missing maybe perhaps a few that might have joined us, but we're very pleased to have President Johnson from The Ohio State University, President Crawford from Miami University, President Bauer from Shawnee State, and President Edwards from Wright State. So thank you, presidents, for joining us as well today. And we have a number of presidents from our independent colleges and universities throughout the state. We have President Campo from Ashland University, President Helmer from Baldwin Wallace, President Brandstater from Kettering College, President Mankey, Defiance College, David Decker from Franklin University, and President Hassler from Muskingum University. So thank you so much. I just received a text from my chief of staff. I don't know that I can glance at it. There may have been another president on. I will cover that in just a few minutes. But for now, I've asked 3 presidents to provide greetings today and to kind of express the importance of what the Collegiate Purple Star means to them, to their campuses, to our state. So I would like to do that at this time and ask President Susan Edwards of Wright State University, if she would join us for some words of greetings, as well as the value and importance to Wright State University and to our great state. President Edwards, are you with us?
I am. Thank you, Chancellor. You know, Wright State is extremely honored to be one of the first universities in Ohio to achieve a Purple Star designation. It highlights our steadfast commitment and support to the brave active military members, veterans, and their families. You know, as a public institution of higher education, it is not only our duty, but our honor to serve those who have served our great nation, so that they can have access to quality educational opportunities to meet their needs. Wright State University continues to be a leader in supporting students with military backgrounds, and we have proudly long been recognized for the work in this particular area. Wright State in the past year has served over 700 veterans and military-connected students, including those on active duty and in the National Guard and Reserve. The university offers an array of resources to help and support our students on campus, including a fabulous veterans and military center that provides a welcoming space, creating community, and providing a supportive area where students can relax and study, along with providing wraparound services that ensure that our veterans and military students are well supported. Wright State also offers our military students priority registration and award education credits for military training and experience of all veterans and military-connected service members. I want to thank particularly Governor Mike DeWine and Chancellor Randy Gardner for emphasizing the importance for Ohio institutions in serving military members, veterans, and their families in higher education. And Wright State is proud to be a leader in this endeavor and will continue to serve those that are willing to sacrifice everything for their country. I also want to recognize and thank all of our veterans and active military members on our call today. And I want to commit to you that Wright State will ensure that we continue our steadfast commitment to the education and support we provide all of our veterans and active military members along with their families. So thank you very much for this opportunity, Chancellor, and thank you very much for recognizing the efforts of all our public institutions in this endeavor.
President, thank you for joining us, and appreciate talking to you often as we do, as you know, and you've been always very accessible in your significant leadership at Wright State University. We appreciate you very much as well. Thank you. Thanks for being here. Two other presidents, my heir, that are on this call with us and are leaders of Collegiate Purple Star colleges in the state. President Bollinger from Lorain County Community College is with us, and President Para Jones of Stark State College are here with us as well. Thank you for joining us. Our growing list of those who have taken the time to join us today and have provided real leadership as Purple Star College leaders. With that, a community college leader, I am very pleased that the Clark State President Joelle Alice Blondin is joined us, and she will offer words as well at this celebration today. President Blondin, welcome.
Thank you, Chancellor Gardner, and thank you to you and Governor Mike DeWine for this honor and this opportunity. Clark State is extremely humbled to be among the cohort of the first collegiate Purple Star colleges. And please know that we do everything possible to serve our active duty military, our veterans, and their families. We do this in a number of ways. We do this through providing tuition discounts for spouses, family members, as well as active duty military and veterans. We are a general education provider for the Community College of the Air Force and an exclusive provider of general education to the Springfield Air National Guard. Of course, we have many of the features that the other collegiate Purple Star colleges have as well, including a veterans lounge to welcome our students, a priority registration, and a salute honors distinction that we give to our veteran students. I also want to thank two very important people who are instrumental in recognizing and working with our veterans and active duty military and their families. And they are Alvin Tucker, our veteran specialist, and Diana Seaman, our registrar. And I want to thank them, and I want to thank you and everybody on this call. Clark State is deeply committed to serving those who have served our country. Thank you, Chancellor Gardner.
Thank you, President. Appreciate your leadership, your involvement today, and on a consistent and constant basis, your willingness to engage with me, with us, to make Ohio colleges stronger. Thank you for your leadership. Really appreciate you being here today, and congratulations on this honor. The next person I'd like to introduce is, I must say, sometimes I do this a little bit personal, from my father's alma mater. It was Ashland College at the time. It's now Ashland University. President Carlos Campo. Ashland has long been a strong, military-friendly campus. And President Campo, will you please join us?
Yes. Good afternoon for us here, joining you from just outside of Normandy, France, where my family and I were able to visit the American Cemetery just yesterday. So you can imagine that it was very moving for us to hear that we were among those colleges and universities chosen to be part of the inaugural class. It was certainly brought full circle for us to see firsthand the tremendous sacrifice that our families have made. And we are grateful to be part of this first class. And also thank you, Chancellor Gardner, for your leadership in this regard. We thank the governor as well for his leadership in this tremendous initiative. And thanks to the committee. You know, at Ashland University, home of the Jack Liebert Military and Veterans Resource Center, we place the accent on the individual, our long-standing commitment to every student and seeing them as an individual. We also have military housing for military students as well. And I also want to recognize and thank Mr. Randy Spade, who leads that effort at Ashland University, to thank Debbie Carl, who recognized her father in helping us establish the Jack Liebert Military and Veterans Resource Center. And yes, to speak to many of the colleges and universities, the independent ones, who understand that whole person education and the alignment of values between military, both those who are serving and those who are serving actively, and our veterans and their families, that values alignment is so critical to our independent colleges as well. And we are grateful to be part of that inaugural class. And thank you again, Chancellor, for this recognition. Ashland University, like all others, is privileged to be part of this first class. Thank you again.
Well, Mr. President, you know, when we contacted you and asked you to say a few words, the immediate reaction was the president's out of the country. And I didn't ask, of course, where you were. And wow, you are in a very special place. And and you brought back the memory of the fact that I mentioned my father, World War II veteran, but not in Normandy, but in the Pacific, and in the Air Japan conflict. And so just really meaningful that you would take the time, and it just adds more meaning to what this is all about. So thanks for your leadership, thanks for your family's leadership and service, and really honored that you would, you know, meet the logistical challenge to join us today for this special announcement and honor. What a tribute that you would do that. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Privilege. Thank you.
Wow, so many exciting things today. I can't believe that I'm in this position to be able to do these kinds of things. So I guess an additional thanks to Governor DeWine for allowing me to do that, but also for his leadership. Again, the cabinet members that are still joining us, the presidents who are making this happen in leadership positions on their campuses. You know, our colleges and universities in this state do so much more than many people realize for our communities, for our families, not only for our students, but for our communities and for our state. And this is just another one of those really significant efforts. And I'm just so proud of our college universities throughout the state that do so much and don't always get the recognition. And this isn't about really our college universities. It's about the service to those who deserve our best, because they're giving us our best to help keep us free. So I don't know that there's other things that could be said. I want you to all to know that for those of you who are that know other colleagues, president colleagues, or other campuses, they are certainly welcome to join in the next class. So evangelize. Make sure everyone knows they are welcome to join us. Thanks to everyone for being on this grand announcement. You are free now. You were free 2 minutes ago to let the public know. The governor is sending out an official press release, and you are welcome as well in your local communities to make sure your local media is aware of your significant efforts here in this celebration of what's right about Ohio and what's right about our college universities. Thank you again. I know that we'll all be in spirit this weekend in Memorial Day weekend. I believe that's the end of our agenda. God bless everyone. Thank you so much for joining us, and congratulations again to all. We appreciate you. Thanks, everyone.